Good morning, and welcome to our continuing series, Interviews with Disciples and Devotees. And today we have the special honor of having Partho with us. Namaste. As always, we begin with how you first got into the yoga in general, your parents' family life, something of the history of how you came to it.
So my journey began in 1985, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just out of college, and I was very much interested in philosophy, but I was quite against spirituality and mysticism of any kind. So Western philosophy was really my passion at the time, and I was deep into existentialism.
I see.
And I just finished college and studied English literature.
The French especially.
and actually at that time I wanted to go to England and teach English. And that was my ambition. Whereas my parents, my father was an industrialist, so he probably wanted me to try my hand in business. So it was that background in which something happened late 85. I got a dream vision of Swami Vivekananda. And much later I came to know of its significance from Swami of the Ramakrishna Mission. At that time, of course, I had no idea what it was, why it was happening. Not to me, of all people who used to really not believe in them, but I used to actually make fun of them. That they're just mesmerizing you people, etc., and things like that. So suddenly, there it was, and he was there, and I walked up to him. I touched his feet in the Bengali way. And he kept his hands on my head, and that was like electrifying. And I woke up, and I still remember it took me 10-15 minutes to get the body back in control. It was like trembling, such a vivid, strong experience. Electrifying is the word really that stayed with me. What a touch that was. And then everything changed after that. I mean, I spoke to my mother about it. So she, being a Bengali, Vivekananda is very close to the Bengali spirit. So she said it's a very auspicious thing. So just keep it in your heart. And I sort of took it at that. All right, auspicious thing. I'll keep it in my heart. But after that, I began to experience a need to know about Indian spirituality, about Vivekananda especially. Of course, from my studies, I knew that he represented something called Vedanta. So it happened within 10-15 days of this experience that I just went and picked up a few books on Vedanta. And my second extraordinary experience happened when I was reading the first book ever on Vedanta that I read. And I started reading it, and it was like I know what the book is talking about. It was talking about a process, and I knew this is the process it's going to talk about, and next this is what it's going to talk about. It was just like reading something that I had read many times over, and I'd never read anything on Vedanta. So from that time on, for nearly a year after that, it was just a flooding of Vedanta. And I tried to sit down and meditate. Of course, nothing happened, but I was trying to do something. And I would close my door, the door of my room, for hours on end, trying to practice this. And my father thought maybe something's gone wrong with this child. So he told me that, sir, either you do something, run my business or something, or go out and do something elsewhere, but you're not going to sit in your room, locked up, something's wrong with you. So I said, okay, let me go to Ramakrishna Mission and become a monk. So he said, all right, do that. Here's the money, here's the ticket, go, but become a good monk. Don't sit wasting your time. Don't sit at home wasting your time. that's how it started.
Very wise man.
Very wise man. Yes. I'm thankful to him that he just let me go.
Yeah.
And so I'm cutting a long story short.
Don't.
Oh, no? All right. So I came to Delhi. At that time, I was in Jaipur for some years because of my father's business. So I came to Delhi, and it was 6th of May that I came to Delhi, and my ticket was for probably 9th or 10th, I don't remember. So I said, I have these last few days before I become a monk, so I might as well enjoy life for the last 3-4 days. And I've been very fond of beer always. So I said, let me have a 3 days beer party with my friend, because then I'm going to become a monk anyway. So it was while spending those last few days with my friend that something happened, and I saw Almora on television. And I saw Ramakrishna Kutir in Almora. That's the Ramakrishna Center in Almora. And I just wanted to go there. I just, no questions asked, I just wanted to go there. So, and it just so happened that my friend had a friend living in the same apartment who lived in Almora, right next to Ramakrishna Kutir. So he said, my father will write a letter for you, a letter of introduction. You can go and stay there. So I changed my plans, didn't go to Calcutta, and went to the Himalayas instead. But on the way, I said that now I need some spiritual literature. So my friend, I know a place in Delhi which is spiritual literature. That's Sri Aurobindo Ashram. I said, all right, let's go there. I want to pick up a book. So I entered the Delhi branch of Sri Aurobindo Ashram, and I picked up Savitri. I said, okay, I'll read this on the bus. And while I was in the ashram, I met Tara Didi, in charge of the ashram.
Her father was no longer.
Her father was, yeah, he was no longer there. In fact, he had given up his body about a year before I came, a year or 2 years. So she told me that, my nephew is going to the Himalayas, so why don't you go along with him and experience our ashram in Nainital? So I said, fine, I'll do that. So I went to the Himalayas, I went for a high altitude trek, then found my way back to Almora. And then I met someone in Almora who was an elderly woman who was very advanced sadhika, and herself a disciple of Mahashay, Lahiri Mahashay. If you've read the autobiography of Yogi, he's one of the gurus that Swamiji talks of.
First book I read, I think.
First book, yeah. Many of us read that as the first book. Yes. So Lahiri Mahashay's direct disciple. So she spoke to me for 2 evenings while I was at the Ramakrishna Kutir. And then she told me to go to a place called Mukteshwar, where there's a yogi who's been practicing for 40 years, and go and talk to him. He'll talk to you. So I said, all right. Again, no questions. I sat in the bus next morning, and I was in Mukteshwar. And I spent 2-3 days with this yogi.
Is he the one who explained the Vivekananda experience?
No. This happened
afterwards.
No, before, while I was at the Ramakrishna Mission. Well, I was living at the Kutir, and there I met Swami Tapasyananda, the elderly Swamiji. So he told me what the significance was. So I've kept that in my heart since. So I reached this yogi, and I was very impressed by him. Very impressed by him. I mean, even physically, he resembles Sri Aurobindo a lot. Later on, I saw, he used to wear white dhoti and long hair, long beard. So, and something very silent around him. And probably my first experience of quietude in the atmosphere. I could feel it. I was very impressed by him. So I told him, I want to be your disciple. So, be my guru. I touched his feet. So then he looked me in the eye, and I said, no, I can't accept you as my disciple. You're already claimed. So I said, I'm already claimed. He said, the Jagat Guru, Maharshi Sri Arvind has claimed. He's your guru.
I've heard this before.
So Maharshi, Jagat Guru Maharshi Sri Arvind.
Yes.
So it's something just went into the heart, and I said, all right, so that's it. Maybe that is why I had to come through the Sri Aurobindo Ashram route to this place. So I finished my peregrinations in the hills, and I reached Sri Aurobindo Ashram, Nainital, and became part of the ashram. I got into Mirambika. Since then, that was the time my work in education too began.
Oh, that's when it began, at Mirambika.
Yeah, 5 minutes before stepping into Mirambika, I had no idea that I was going to spend the rest of my life in education. So because of my academic background, I had done very well in university. So Taradi just took me to Mirambika and said, "This is your place." I just stepped into Mirambika, and I knew education is going to be my life now. And integral education, free progress education. So, after that I became part of the ashram for a few years. Then a lot of things happened after that. But that's how I came in. So I always say when my friends ask me, you were going to become a monk at Ramakrishna Mission, so what happened? So I always say, Mother hijacked me.
And when did you get married?
I got married a few years after that while I was in the ashram. Mm-hmm. In fact, when I wanted to get married, when I wanted to become a monk, this Guruji also told me that, no, you're not going to become a monk. You're going to get married, and not once, you'll have 2 marriages, and you have a lot of, you will still enjoy your life, and you have a lot of work to do, so don't get into all that. So I saw how it all sort of came true.
Mm. And now, what are you doing?
Now I am working in education, and wherever I find is open to different kind of education, conscious education, integral education, I help them with it. I help them to set up schools. I help with teachers training, developing curricula. So now I've spent so many years in education, and at this point in my life, I see one thing very clearly, that what I call free progress integral education is the future of the human race, is the future of the world. And we have to, more and more people have to open to this kind of education.
Have you been teaching throughout India?
I've been working throughout India, in many parts of India, yes.
And now you'll be at Oro for some
now
time?
I'll be, what I'm doing at Oro is setting up the Sri Aurobindo Integral Life Center at the Oro University. Which,
I've been working with Mona on that for a long time.
Yes, so that is what I am going to do. Because I was not very interested in the university. I'm not into higher education. My field is school education. But something about the center made a lot of sense. It's almost like I felt it was the psychic center of the university.
Oh, but it is. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. So that is what really inspired me and excited me. So I committed to that I will set up this center. So whatever time that takes.
Wonderful. And your parents, they're still here?
My mother is here, yes.
And of course she knows of your work?
Yes. She herself is now very much involved with Sri Aurobindo and Mother's sadhana. She a devotee.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I see.
Yeah, very much into it.
Well, this is a wonderful beginning, and let's meet tomorrow.
Sure.
And I'd like to go very deeply into your education.
We'll do that.
Thank you so much.